In this video, we will look at how to get the direct image URL for just about any image on the web. We'll look at a few different methods for doing that, but first just want to point out if you have a website that you use for your company, your organization, and you have images on there, such as for your logo, images of your recent events, whatever interface you use to add those images to your website, it probably also offers a way to get the direct image URL. So if you are in that boat and you have a website and it has images, then I suggest looking to some resources for your hosting provider to see how to get those direct URLs if you're not already aware, because that's probably the best bet. However, if that's not you, you don't have a website with images on it, or you don't know how to get the direct URL for them, then this video is for you. So the first method we'll look at is just called the Google search method. It's probably the most obvious. You can just search for whatever image you're looking for. In this case, we will search for cute pandas. And we have this little guy here. And once you have the image selected that you want, note that I have this fun little view image button. You probably don't unless you have an extension. I installed a great extension for that called View Image on the web store. I'll put the link in the description. So if that's not you, and yeah, I mean, I recommend getting that even not for Grapevine because it's just handy for getting images. Then you can still just right-click. So we're actually using method number 2 here, the right-click method. You can right-click on the image and click Open Image in New Tab. And now if we go to that tab, there's the panda, and there's the URL we would use. So you can just copy and paste that into Grapevine, and that should work fine. Method number 2, the right-click method, which we did just look at, but we'll look at it in the context of not a Google search. If you go to your website, in this case, we'll go to BioExchange. Hello, BioExchange, you're listening. You guys are awesome. Okay, so now we can, let's say we want the logo, right? But we don't know how to get the logo from our website. We can still just right-click on it and click Open Image in New Tab. And if we go to that tab, well, in this case, it is white text. And it is a transparent background, and because the page is white, it doesn't look like much, but we can see there's the image, there's the middle of it, and there's our URL. So we would use that. As for method number 3, the Devtools method, if you don't consider yourself that fond of technology, I would not suggest this one, but in some cases, we will use Scalar Marketing Site, which is absolutely remarkable. Look at this. I could just watch this guy walk through the woods all day. In some cases, right-clicking does not work, right? Let's say we want this logo up here, and we click right-click. There's no open image in New Tab. And I should note, open link in New Tab is not the same, right? Like there's also open link in New Tab. That's not usually what you want. You want to look specifically for open image in New Tab. I should also note, and I should have mentioned this at the beginning, this is in Google Chrome. In other browsers, these steps may not apply. Anyways, back to method number 3 on Scalar Marketing Site. We right-click, and we don't see the option, so what do? Well, we will see the Inspect option. So if you click Inspect, and you can click anywhere on the page to do this. I can click in the middle of the page and click Inspect. Really, it's just going to open up Chrome's built-in developer tools to see the source code of the page. So I'm going to click Inspect. And, well, in this case, I want to click Inspect. Wherever you click Inspect, it will try to find the source code for the elements that you've clicked on. So we're looking for the Scalar Marketing logo, so let's right-click on that and click Inspect. Okay, so over here, highlighted in blue, the closest thing, if I hover over it, I can actually see it highlights it up in the top left, so we know it's picked up the right place. And now really what we're doing is we're just hunting for a image URL, just something that looks like an image URL, right? So you'll probably see it Also, this panel could be on the bottom. I think it usually is by default. Up in the top, right, I can set dockside to bottom. And same thing, but now it's just down here. I prefer mine being in the top right, so I'm going to put it back up there. All right, so here we are. And if we scroll down here, this list of styling attributes, we see, background image URL. Oh, but it actually gives a preview, and that's just 3 lines. That's the 3 lines that are next to it, so that's not what we want. Maybe if we keep scrolling, I do not see it. So, uh-oh. Yeah, this is actually apparently a really bad example because I do not know where it is. But in this case, there are a couple other options. We'll only look at one because you probably wouldn't want to spend too much time doing this in real life, but I could just kind of look through the page elements here to see what else might be what I'm looking for. Here's this one, BG logo. Let's try expanding that. All right, see the highlight is still over that scalar marketing logo, so it looks like I'm probably in the right place. Let me expand this one too. All right, there is the image. And now I can just right click on that and select copy link address, and I'll just paste that into a new tab instead of our Panda. And there it is. There's our logo. Again, some of it is white, so you can't see it with the white on white. But yes, those are the 3 methods of finding URLs for images that you can then use within your Grapevine rooms. The other method, number 4, that probably should be listed here and is not, is you can actually just add images to your Google Drive and use Google Drive URLs instead. And that will be discussed in another video, which will also be linked in the description.